Hey guys, this is my second review today. It's not a toy review, it's a show review. This is a full review on Koryu Sentai, or sorry, I fucked that up. Jyuden Sentai Kyoryuger. Now, before I get into the full in-depth video about the show, I'm going to state my opinions. Opinions aren't really meant to be taken to heart, aren't meant to be taken literally to some people, because some people may not have liked the show, some people may have loved the show. My opinion is my opinion, so if you're going to bash my opinion, please keep it out of the comments. But right now I am stating that I loved Kyoryuger. I loved it with a passion. Even when I had no time to watch it at home because of school and because of being involved in other things, I always found time during one of those two things to get involved with it. I'd get online, check, see when the new episode was. I'd watch the previews. I'd wait to watch the episode because I'd have to wait like 2-3 days after it premiered to watch it. But all in all, it's probably one of my favorite Sentai series. Even though I've finished, well, up until I've watched from Jyuden up. I just started watching that not too long ago. Like, I started watching all Sentais throughout. So I started from Jyuden about 5th grade. So Jyuden up. Best way to describe it is, it's like one of those shows where you get emotionally attached, and like, I don't know, either it's just me or it's a bunch of fans, because I got emotionally attached. I like the show. The show had an impact on me as a viewer. The story is centered around Daigo, who everybody dubs him King. So he follows the path of the Great Lizards, which aka are dinosaurs. And he gets involved with Torin, who is, later on in the series you find out he was created by Boss, who's the bad guy. He wanted to save Earth, and he got involved with the dinosaurs, and that's when he created the Jyuden, which are the mecha. And like, you've got Dino Chaser, and you've got all different beast batteries for the ones that don't have the Jyuden. He gets involved with them so that he can protect Earth and Earth's melody and all that sweet jazz. Sorry if you can see the computer light. I am uploading my last video, so be ready for that. What happens is he recruits 4 Rangers, well, 4 Kyoryugers before King. So what happens is none of them know each other, and none of them want to reveal their identities and ruin it, like ruin who they are, because all of them want to keep it a secret. It sort of reminds me of Power Rangers, except it's more of like in the beginning of the series they wanted to keep themselves from each other so they wouldn't know who each other are. But King gets his Gabby revolver from Torin, and he tries to become Kyoryuger like the other ones did, but he wasn't brave enough to get his powers from Gabutera, or Gabutira, or whatever, however you want to pronounce it. Either way, it's still Jyuden. And finally, he proves his bravery. This is all in the first episode, to let you know. He proves his bravery, and he gets the Gabby revolver to get broken out of the stone or whatever it was, and his beast batteries are powered up. And since his beast batteries were powered up, he was able to transform into Kyoryuger. Then from then on, they all started revealing themselves, because they all started feeling comfortable around each other, because the first person to reveal themselves was King or Daigo because he was not afraid to reveal himself in front of them. And then afterwards, instead of everybody calling him Daigo by his real name, all of his teammates started calling him King because they just felt comfortable doing that because he was the leader of the team. So you get introduced to Koryu Cyan or Cyan and Koryu Gray. I can't remember their names. Leave them in the comments below, or I'll annotate them into the video, which I'll probably just do that. You've also they give the Ranger, or they give the Kyoryugers their Beast Battery and their Judenryu, which are Bunpaki and Ankidan. So they give them their Judenryu, and they form multiple different versions of Kyoryugen, because you've got regular Kyoryugen, which is Gabutira, Drikia, and Stegochi. Then you've got Parasagon and Zactor with Gabutira, which makes Kyoryugen Western. Then you get Drikera and Ankidan. You got Kyoryugen Macho, and the last one I think is Kyoryugen Kung Fu, and that's Bunpaki and Ankidan. So you get introduced to those Rangers, and the way that they did this, there are so many Rangers, but you start to notice who they are. Like, I remember I made a previous video. You guys probably couldn't hear me in that video because I had my old phone. This is my new phone. In the old review, I said there's so many Rangers and it's hard to keep track. Once you get into it, you start to distinguish who the characters are as a person, and who, like, their power and all this, and it's just, it catches you. It's one of those things where, like, you get involved and you can't help but get involved. So this is a really long video and I just started. You get they called him Uchi. I can't remember his name. He's Koryu Gold, but originally he was taken over by Dogold, which is one of DeBoss's henchmen. Later on, there's this crazy guy. He takes over him and calls him Armor, because he's pretty much his bitch. So I mean, if somebody's your bitch, you're gonna make him your bitch. But he gets released from that and becomes Koryu Gold again. Later on in the series, you meet Koryu Violet, which was originally a crazy ass fucking doctor. I mean, this guy was like straight nuts. But he was the reason we have the Gabu revolvers and the sabers and all the beast batteries to transform, and he's the reason why everything works. But I think it's his daughter who takes over Koryu Violet. I can't remember if his daughter, his niece, or his granddaughter. It's been a little while since I've seen that episode. And she takes over, so he doesn't have to be Koryu Violet anymore. Throughout the series, you just get involved with all of them, and then finally you see Torin. He gets taken back over by the boss, and then after that he breaks out of it and becomes Koryu Silver. Koryu Silver has to be one of the coolest ones, like coolest Kyoryugers I've seen. Mostly because he didn't have normal weapon. But the thing that bugged me the most with him is everybody else looked decently skinny, but his suit actor was like a fat guy. Like, not necessarily fat, but he was like a blimp. Just disturbed me a little bit. Sorry if I'm rambling off. He gets Bragigas to turn to Giganto Bragigas, and then changes into Giganto Kyoryugen. All of the Zords, all of the Judenryu, there's 10. Later on, we get Tobo Spino, but that's from the movie, and he gets involved in a couple episodes. Ancestry, you've got King's father, who knows the melody of the earth. He takes over for Silver. You've got the ancestor to Koryu Gray taking over, and then you've got the granddaughter or daughter, whatever the fuck her name is, taking over for Kyoryu Violet. Those are the ones who take over for the originals. Nobody takes over for, what's it? Oh, yes, actually, I was wrong, because Kyoryu Siam is taken over by, the Blue Ranger's sister. Now that I remembered, because I seen the last episode not too long ago. I don't think there was anything that really upset me with this series. It was a really good series all around. The best thing about it is you watch it and you sort of get attached to it. I don't care how long this video is going on for. Hopefully you guys can stand it. But I like this series. I hope you guys did. I'd give it a 9 out of 10 because the only reason I give it a 9 out of 10 is because they could have done, like, they could have had like a little darker of a story to like keep me interested a little more, because I'd like just zone out a little bit and then come back because I wanted to finish it. So they did a nice job. I'll give them that, but 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching my review. Look out for more videos later. See you guys later.